Hello, and welcome to another episode of Better Cocktails at Home. I'm Brian Johnson, and we're here in our home bar, the Quarterdeck Club, and I'm super excited that we're continuing our Drinks of Hemingway series for this month of April. This particular drink is called Death in the Gulf Stream, and so I'm going to share a little bit about the book that it came from. So this book is called Around the World, Jigger, Beaker, and Flask. So this is volume 2 of a 2-volume series. The first one is about food, basically, and this one's about drinks. So this book was published in 1939 by Charles Beaker, and he was a guy who basically sailed around the world and traveled and collected recipes and hung out with people and did all kinds of fun stuff. And he wrote these books. So he originally wrote it in 1939. This particular edition is from, let's see, I think it's 1946, so a little bit afterwards. So we'll just pick out a few choice phrases because he's a pretty interesting writer. So he refers to this initially as Ernest Hemingway's Reviver. So Reviver cocktails, they are people refer to them as like a kind of a different kind of cocktail, like for like waking you up or to revive you after a night of too many. They're really not any different than any other kind of cocktail, so it's just really a term. So this drink is a base of genever gin, so it's a Holland gin. And the author, Charles Beaker, was apparently not a huge fan of it, as he wrote, he holds its taste to be like fermented radishes mixed with spirits of turpentine. I think it's a little harsh, but everybody has their own different taste for sure. And then in terms of how he actually describes making the cocktail with Hemingway, take a tall, thin water tumbler and fill it with finely cracked ice. Lace this broken debris with 4 good purple splashes of Angostura. Add the juice and crushed peel of 1 green lime. Fill glass almost full with Holland gin. No sugar, no fancying. And then describing like what the taste is and kind of how he liked it. He says, it is reviving and refreshing, cools the blood, and inspires renewed interest in food, companions, and life. So he seemed to really like the drink. And he liked hanging out with Hemingway. So we're going to make it, and we'll see what they were drinking many, many decades ago. So he referred to a tall water tumbler. So this will be a built cocktail. So built cocktails are drinks that we basically build in the vessel we're going to drink from. So rather than cracked ice, I'm just using this pebble ice. I think it does very similar things. All right, we'll start with that. And then the first thing he called for was 4 purple splashes of Angostura. And I kind of like that description because while Angostura is not purple, it's kind of an apt, it's very dark. It's just kind of a cool way to describe it, I think. And next up, we're going to do the juice of 1 lime. So, but before we do that, it references a crushed lime peel. So I'm going to start my lime peel first so I can juice this lime and do it very efficiently. So we got a nice big lime peel waiting for us. At this point, we're just gonna cut our lime. Now, many old recipes like this one, they'll say juice of 1 lime, which limes are different sizes. They could, back then it was probably key lime. This is a Persian lime. So there's a lot of differences in trying to figure out what that means and all kinds of fun stuff. These days, I would try to keep it between for limes, I'd say 3/4 to 1 ounce or so, just to kind of keep it in balance with the rest of the drink. So we'll add that in. And they said crush a lime peel. So we're just going to give it a twist, get those oils out there, tuck it in. And then finally, we add our genever, or our Holland gin. So we're going to do 2.5 ounces of this. And again, he references in the original recipe, just fill it full. So what does that mean? What size tumbler? Obviously, it all depends. So we're going to go 2.5 ounces. Just top it with a little more ice. insert our straw, and there you go. Death in the Gulf Stream. So this is a drink that Hemingway served to Charles Beaker many years ago. So this drink is tart. There's no sugar in it. He references if you want to add some sugar, you can, maybe a teaspoon, but they probably were not drinking it with sugar, I'm guessing, back then. And so it's just, the Holland Gin to me doesn't come through in it as much. I mean, you get the lime a lot. You get the aromatics from the lime peel. It's a super like refreshing drink. And to me, this is a drink you drink when it's like 95 degrees out and it's just cold and it's delicious. So if you want to drink like Hemingway and Charles Beaker, make yourself up Death in the Gulf Stream. And I thank you for watching Better Cocktails at Home. We'll see you next time.